What the reader might ask is the outstanding characteristic which distinguishes a Tesla disciple. In every case, a Tesla disciple is, consciously or unconsciously, affiliated with one or more of the Masters of Wisdom, and is a student in a Master's ashram, although this fact may be known only on the inner planes. Every Tesla disciple is working with the energies from at least 5 cosmic rays, and is usually unconscious of his correct ray status, as knowledge of this kind can easily become a source of pride and therefore a handicap. Every Tesla disciple extends the hand of friendship to our interplanetary neighbors. Every Tesla disciple is already firmly oriented in the New Age and has unbounded enthusiasm for a free and joyous world. Many persons who work for Tesla or who were associated with him closely, as was John J. O'Neill, have expressed disappointment that Tesla did not leave a heritage of great scientific secrets which could be explored and, of course, exploited. But Tesla, the Venusian, had no secrets. Only Earth people are greedy enough and stupid enough to have secrets. The Venusians, Martians, and visitors from other planets who fly through the Earth's atmosphere daily have no secrets either. They have a message, "Love ye one another." But Earth people have successfully ignored that message for at least 2,000 years, and they might go right on ignoring it save for New Age developments based on application of universal law. Such application was the clue to all of Tesla's achievements. He was a discoverer, not a mere inventor. There seem to be no records of Tesla revealing his identity as a Venusian during his Earth life, but when the announcement of this fact was made to Mr. Matthews by the space people, it did not come as a surprise in most quarters, because by then it was generally known that at least 10 million people from other planets had been infiltrated into the Earth's population. It had long been known that most of the Masters of Wisdom down through the centuries were volunteers from other worlds, but it seemed doubtful for a time that Tesla himself had been personally aware of his origin during his physical plane life on Earth. However, it now appears that he did understand his mission, which was actually to prepare the planet Earth for the space age. The fact that he told Otis T. Carr so much about other planets indicates that he was quite familiar with the subject. He frankly told Carr that Carr, was destined to explore space. Tesla also gave Mr. Matthews the design for the interplanetary communication set in 1938, another clear indication that Tesla knew that other planets were inhabited, and he obviously knew they possessed spaceships. He told Mr. Matthews, that the set should be built in a few years after 1938, at which time spaceships from other worlds would approach the Earth. Tesla never married and never had any romantic attachments or even close friendships with either men or women, except in certain cases where the bond was one of discipleship or where some useful purpose would be served for the benefit of humanity. Tesla not only lived alone in hotels, but he lived behind locked doors. Only occasionally was a maid permitted to enter his room to clean it. However, Otis T. Carr, over a period of 3 years, was his daily visitor, and Tesla explained to Carr that visitors were not normally allowed because, coming into his suite from the harsh outside world, they immediately lowered the vibrations in the rooms in which Tesla had to live and work and commune with his Creator. Mr. Carr has explained that often, when he came to Tesla's suite bringing the 4 pounds of unsalted peanuts, Tesla would ask him just to sit down and relax for an hour or more. Not a word would be spoken between the two men. Yet when Carr rose to leave, he would feel refreshed and inspired. The vibrations in the room had done the necessary work, attuning and purifying his 4 lower bodies. Tesla had another trusted friend in the person of Boris Ditanko, a New York publisher. Mr. Ditanko has related how, Saturday after Saturday, he used to meet Tesla for luncheon at the old Hotel Brevoort on Lower Fifth Avenue, a place famous for its fine French cuisine. Mr. de Tanco always found these luncheon visits highly inspiring, though unusual in some respects. He said that often the two of them sat together at the table in complete silence for well over an hour. Finally Tesla would speak, and then the illuminating conversation would flow like molten gold. Both Mr. Matthews and Mr. Carr received from Tesla a great deal of confidential information about future world conditions and developments concerning the emergence of the New Age civilization. Most of this information had to do with space, with spaceships, space people, and interplanetary communications. When Tesla shed his physical body in 1943, it was apparent that he was leaving the physical plane of manifest appearances to enter into more subtle vibrations which were invisible to the average man. These vibrations were not visible to Tesla. He was completely clairaudient, and telepathic, as is any adept. Again, it must be stressed that this type of clarity has nothing whatever to do with mediumship or psychism. The latter belongs to the animal kingdom. Tesla was never really at home on the physical plane, dealing with matter in its harshest state. In the subtle worlds he was completely free, yet for 87 of the most difficult years ever visited upon this planet, Tesla carried on his work like the great gentleman he was. In retrospect, the pattern of his physical sojourn in the world of form, which seemed so complex to writers like John J. O'Neill, emerges in simple clarity. Tesla had obviously agreed to come to the Earth as a volunteer worker to assist in launching the New Age, which he knew to be synonymous with the space age. It is perfectly apparent that Ascended Master Saint Germain had to bring in people from other planets, people with knowledge of outer space conditions, to handle the major aspects of the planned program. Tesla was designated to work on the third ray of love in action, for that is the ray which supplies our atmosphere with electricity. The first three major rays from the three aspects of God are defined by major religions. The four minor rays provide what we recognize as God's attributes. Christianity correctly defines the first three rays as a trinity, representing the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. The first or Father aspect is derived from the ray of power and purpose. The second, the Son, S-U-N, Son aspect, is the ray of illumination and wisdom, leading to intelligent love in action, or the third ray. Originally, we were all sons of God, or sparks, from the great central sun of the galaxy. From the strictly scientific point of view, the first three rays provide life, light, and electricity to this planet. The fourth ray of purity leads man through conflict to harmony. The fifth ray is that of concrete science and knowledge, and provides the world of form with an understandable functional basis. The sixth ray energizes all of man's ideals and ideologies, whether wise or foolish. During the Piscean Age, it led to the rise of Christianity and Churchianity, and to all sorts of experimental economic and political systems. Then follows the seventh ray, now in manifestation, the ray which is now being called into action to transmute and release mankind from all past eras accumulated during 19 million years of struggle since the laggards came.